The film I chose is called Tiger and Ox by Sung-hee Kim. Sung-hee Kim has pursued her career as animation filmmaker since 2014. She primarily produces animated shorts and collaborates with documentary directors for feature films. In 2018, she attended the artist residency supported by Samsung Foundation of Culture at Cité International des Arts in France. Currently, her latest Anidoc short, Tiger and Ox, which is this film, has been on the festival circuit. This film is about Sung-hee Kim and her mother, and about the fact that they had to hide the fact that they were a single-parent family as Sung-hee Kim was growing up. She basically describes her life from her perspective, and then includes a little interview at the end with her mother, where it's a conversation with her mother. I think that the story is very strong because it is about gender inequality. I really liked this, especially this part right here, how she focused the scene on certain, individual characters, and she used a tiger to represent her mom, who she's viewing as really strong, and that's her as the ox, kind of submissive, kind of lay, down. The camera angle here also as well. It really depicts the characters, their role in the story. There's no sound in this film except for the voice of Sung-hee Kim and also the mother at the end. So that made it kind of interesting. I think that made it strong because it focused on those two characters, but I think that in a sense she could have used some other sound effects throughout the video. The animation is amazing. She uses that throughout the entire film. There's no real imagery except until the end when she has a actual photo of her and her mother. The wide shot here portraying the distance between her and her mom really emphasizes the fact that the mom was cold and distant. The way she used the prowl, the prowl of the tiger, and the close-ups on her versus the male opponents. It showed her courage, and it really brought out what she was trying to say throughout these shots. As I watched this video, the style and tone was very effective given the subject. It made it really personal hearing the voices of Sung-hee Kim and her mother. And it also gave me a better intellectual understanding of the subject, in that I compared how the single-parent family was judged there in South Korea, and how we in America or the United States, we don't really have that kind of judgment or a discrimination against single-parent families, in the sense that in a sense that was portrayed here in the video, about how they had to hide it because it's shameful because the dad is not present. The way it impacted me emotionally was it really hit deep, in the sense that I am a single mother, and to think about me living in South Korea and having to hide the fact that I don't have a husband, and I also have a daughter. So just putting myself in their shoes, it really touched deep in that sense. I think that a year from now, what I would take away from this video or remember is plainly the fact that this mother in South Korea, she did what she had to do to provide for her daughter, and in doing so, it caused her to be, cold and distant, and only later on in the girl's life did she realize what her mother went through, or why she wanted to hide the fact that they were a single parent family. And the camera movements or the transitions, it really had an impact or profound impact on the whole flow and rhythm of the story in the film. There's constantly somebody moving, or a tiger moving, or the background is moving, so it's a constant flow to the story. Another thing I'd like to add is that the plot in this film begins from when they start speaking about when they're born, what time they were born, and this is important because it leads to what animal zodiac sign they are. And so the filmmaker Jung-hee Kim really actually uses those animal zodiac signs as a way to represent her mother and herself as characters in this story, and taking the fact that her mom was born in the year of the tiger and has these qualities of a tiger, and how Song-hee Kim was born the year of the ox, and how she was expected to be strong as an ox, or she says 10 times as strong. So she really uses that to, and then you're expected to interpret their characters through those animal zodiac signs, which was really interesting. One last thing I'd like to mention about the narration, or the narration from Song-hee Kim, is the depth in which she goes to when she speaks about her hate for her mom, how she hated her mom, and only now she realizes what her mom did for her. So there's a lot of depth there.